Who did she target to make this? Pre-foreclosures. In this video, I'm going to make it very simple for you to access pre-foreclosure lists, and you don't have to actually go down to the courthouse, and you can target pre-foreclosure lists nationwide. So we're going to get right into the actual training, but if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you how to access this same tool where you can have an opportunity to make this also. All right, so we're here in PropStream, and what we're going to do, we're going to go around to different parts of the country to show that there are pre-foreclosures everywhere. So I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible, but instructive enough where you can make this happen. And you can pick up one of those checks, hopefully like Stanetta did. So let's get into it. So the first thing you can do, you can go about the search in a couple of different ways. You could do it by city, you could do it by the zip code, or you could do it by the county. I highly recommend doing it by the county in most cases if you're trying to do a shotgun approach. Now, you may have a particular zip code that you just want to target, or zip codes that you want to target. You can do that, and you can target multiple zip codes at once. You just have to separate them by commas. Just to give you an example, so this is 2 zip codes. You just have to separate them by commas. So if they're accurate and they're in the same area, then it'll pull them up. It's not going to pull up multiple zip codes in different cities, states, or whatever. They'll have to be, in the same area within the same county. All right, and if you select that, then it just pulls up a list, okay, or whatever. Now, this is all the properties in those particular zip codes. All right, now if you want to do it by city, we'll just say Nashville, Tennessee. You can do it that way. So boom, it's going to pull up all the properties, no matter what type of property it is in the city limits of Nashville. Okay, so we want to do it by county because it gives you more of a wider range to target. But at the end of the day, you don't care what type of property it is if the numbers work to make some money. Okay, so we're going to start in that South Florida area. As Stanetta mentioned, she was in Broward, but we're going to go next door to Miami-Dade County and see what we got here. All right, so whenever you're searching by county, you have to put the word county behind the name of the county, comma, space, and then the state, but it'll automatically populate once you put the name and the county in there. It'll ask you what state are you talking about. Okay, so we select that. All right, so we've selected the area. Now, once we've selected the area, we go here to filter. Now, on the quick list choices, you can see all types of different lists that you can build, but we're just going to focus on pre-foreclosures. But at the end of this video, if you stick around, I'm going to show you one that I think most people sleep on and that they should target. All right, so we're going to go hit select pre-foreclosures, and that's really the only thing you have to do. And as you see over here, it pulls up what, 6,142 pre-foreclosures currently. That's a lot. All right, and that's a lot that can be targeted. All right, now there are some other filters that you can put in here. You can say, hey, I want a list where people don't live in the house, so you can go owner occupied and say no. Now that's going to probably reduce the list quite a bit, and it did, still over 1,800. All right, now, as I said, there's a lot of different things you can say. Under ownership information, I want the property to be listed in someone's name. So you select under owner type, select individual, and boom, still over 4,000, 4,300 or so. Okay, so those are some of the things that you can do. So which I'm going to eliminate the individual. I'm just going to go with everything. Okay, so now we've searched Miami-Dade County. So let's zoom around the country, because really it's just based on how large the market is that you're targeting, which will determine the opportunity. But I just want to give you a real idea of what the opportunity is, because at the end of the day, you can do this virtually. You don't have to be in your actual market, because you may be in a small city, small town, or rural area, and it's just not going to be enough numbers there for you to eat consistently if you want to pursue this type of lead. Because with pre-foreclosures, that's one of the higher potential motivated sellers. Doesn't mean they're going to always be motivated to sell and sell at the price that makes sense. The only thing you can do is increase the possibility of them being highly motivated to sell at a price where you can make $164,600.51. Oh my, still amazed by that. All right, so let's go to PA. Let's go to Philadelphia and see how many are there. Philadelphia County, boom, there we go. Okay, over 3,300, Philadelphia County, PA. Okay, let's zoom around. So, well, let's do this. Now, just to look at a listing and show you how it's looking, it's going to differ from market to market depending on how that information is made available to the public by a particular county. So what it's going to show you, it'll show you the pre-foreclosure details, and it'll actually show you in a lot of cases when the auction date may be. In this situation, it shows that it was recorded back on March 22nd, but it doesn't show an actual auction date for this. Okay, so let's look at another one and see if that's like the norm there. Pre-foreclosure. Yeah, so in this particular county, you won't know what the auction date is based on how this is set up, but that's part of what, you know, your interaction with the seller, and when you're fact finding with them, you'll gather that information. All right, let's go to another county. Let's come back down south. Let's go to Fulton County, Georgia, which is that Atlanta area. All right, how many do we have? Boom, 534. Okay, not a bad number. Okay, let's go to the New York market. And what was weird about this, when I went to the New York market, and I know they have those boroughs, and I really don't understand. I think those are technically like counties or whatever. So say New York. All right, and so whenever I search, right here you can see where it says county, and if I put in New York County, it doesn't pull up anything, which is weird. I'm not sure how they have it set up to search that way. Now if I think Hudson County, still doesn't pull up anything either. So now this is when I have to use the actual boundary tool here. So you see this little pencil right here. So I go here, and people that are familiar with that market, they'll know what to do. So what you do is just simply click on the area where you want to start your boundary, click another one here. I think this bleeds over into New Jersey, but I think it's still going to pull info. So I do a search there, just in that general area, and you can get wider if you want. So it pulls up over 1,300. So that's the way I had to do it there. Most other counties don't work like that, but I couldn't figure out how it's done here for New York. I'll probably just reach out to PropStream and see how it's done there. All right, let's do this. Let's go to LA. See how many are out there. Boom, over 3,700. All right, let's look at a listing here. See how it works here. Boom, under pre-foreclosure, show the pre-foreclosure history, recorded date. All right, doesn't show an auction date here either, so that's where you'll have to reach out to the seller on that. All right, if you have that opportunity to speak with them. So let's go into another market. Let's go to Dallas County, the DFW area. Okay, over 800. Stay in Texas. Let's go to Harris County, which is the Houston area, over 2,700. Amazing. All right, let's go to Cook County, Illinois, Chi-Town, Chicago area. Wow, 14,000. Amazing. Let's click on one of these and see what's up. All right, we'll start here. Pre-foreclosure. Okay, appendings. Let's do this also. Let's Google the address and see if it's listed on Zillow as a pre-foreclosure. Sometimes it will be. Boom, like this one is already sold. Okay, boom. All right, that's good to know right there. I'm glad I did that. All right, let's look at one of these here. Let's look and see. Okay, like this has an auction date. That's what I was looking for. So this had an auction date of October 3rd. Let's see if that occurred. Let's see if we do a search and find it on Zillow. Let's see if it actually happened. Don't show that it has. Is that the right address? 2011 West Walnut Street. Yeah, don't show that it has based on this listing here. Okay, and if I look in the mortgage and information data, don't show a recent transaction. So this one still should be in play as far as a pre-foreclosure. All right, let's go to a smaller market. Let's go to Berkeley County, South Carolina. All right, that's the most populated county in the state of South Carolina. Boom, over 500. All right, let's go down to this Tampa area, Hillsborough County. Boom, wow, over 2,500. Let's take a look at one of these. MLS status. So it's showing it was listed, but it's been removed. Okay, let's do this. Google the address, see what we find here. Anything on Zillow. So yeah, it's still showing it's a pre-foreclosure. All right, let's go to Cuyahoga County, Ohio. Boom. Let's see what we got. Wow, over 3,800 in that market. All right, let's go to Washington. Don't get a lot of activity there, but we're going to do it anyway. King County, Washington, the Seattle area. Let's see what we got. 396. All right, and let's go to St. Louis, the STL, St. Louis County. So over 400 there. All right, let's go out to Las Vegas. All right, Clark County is for Las Vegas. See what we got out there. Wow, over 4,200. Let's look at one of these. See what's up. All right, I don't see an actual date on this one here. It's only when it was initiated. Okay, so let's look at the MLS information. So it shows that it's active. All right, so it's in place. So let's actually look at it on Zillow and see what it shows. All right, yeah, it is active. Okay, boom. All right, so I'm probably trying to do a short sale or something of that nature. See if anything in the notes. This is it. An immaculate remodel, single story. Or was it sold already? Let's look. It may have already been sold, so we can check that. So I don't show a sold transaction on this one. Doesn't mean that it wasn't, but I don't show one normally. It'll just depend on how accurate that information is from Clark County, Nevada. So as you can see, we zoomed around the country in a different market, different sizes, different regions of the country. So there's opportunities everywhere to do these. Like with anything, you got to get in touch with the owner. So let's just say we want to build a list of these. All right, so let me show you how to save your list and to export it. All right, so once you select it, it'll only let you download, I think, 1,000 at a time. So you have to filter this out based on that. So what you'll do is you select filter and you put in here 1,000. All right, and then you want to hit select that again. So it's showing 1,000 right here. So you hit add to list. So now we create a new list. So I'll do 10001 so I can find, I got so many lists in here, County, Nevada, and hit save. So boom. All right, so now we go to the next 1,000. So what you would do is you would take this up to 2,000 and you would change this to 1,001 to create the next 1,000. Then hit select again. So now you have your 1,000. Hit add to list. So we already created the list. So now we have to go in here and find it really quick. So this is it right here. And then I hit save again and boom. So you go to the next 1,000 until you completely download the list. So now what you'll do is go over here to my properties and we'll go here, and if you don't have that many lists, it shouldn't be hard to find, but I have quite a few here. So we have it here. So I select it. So once it's selected, now you have to make sure you set it up so it can be available for skip tracing. So you go over here to your little cog right here in your settings, and what you want to have selected to make it easy to skip trace with most services is select city, state, zip, one first name, owner, one last name. Then you want to have mailing. You want to remove mailing unit, mailing city, mailing state, mailing zip, and we want to remove deceased owner, remove that. All right, so these are the only ones that you want to have selected. So once you go through the rest of these, you want to deselect everything else. So you want to deselect anything else that's checked in here. All right, boom, 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 boom. All right, now what you'll do is go to new layout and we'll name it Flipman List. All right, and so if you want to use this as a default, this can always be the option to download. Then what you'll do is select use as default layout, hit apply and save, and boom, you're ready to rock and roll. So you go here, select, hit export. All right, and it's ready. So now I'll just put it on my desktop where I can find it. So I'll just put pre-list and hit save on my desktop. So boom, it's saved. And so now once you have it saved, you go and find it wherever you have it saved at, you open it up, and well, let me show you how to do it this way. Go to Google. If you have a Gmail, you have Google Sheets. So what you'll do is just go to Google. If you're logged into your Gmail, go over here and you want to find Sheets. Okay, select Sheets. It's free. If you have a Gmail, hit the little folder here, upload, browse, desktop, select, and here's your actual list that you'll then upload. Now, Stanetta just used one of the free services to find phone numbers, like True People Search, and I forget the other one that she said, but if you just do a search, it's going to pull up similar sites to that particular site to find individuals' names. So if I go to True People Search, put in the person's name, the city, state, and boom, you probably have a 50-50 chance of getting the right number, but it's free, so it'll be worth you putting the work in here. So here's your list. So if I just move these over so you can see everything as it is, the actual address. And if you don't know how to use any of this, just Google is such a great place to learn things. Well, YouTube, I mean, is what I'm saying, to give you visuals on how to use any of these documents, especially like Google Sheets is going to provide just tutorial after tutorial for anyone that's trying to do something like this. But but this is how you would build your list. And you can skip trace to insert the list right here in the actual prop stream. If you're not sure how to do that, just go to help, and then they have an actual video library of all the different tools and how to do it. And you can learn how to skip trace right here in the actual tool itself. Now, again, you can do this through the free tool searches, a True People search or something of that nature, but it's a little bit more tedious, but it's free. That's how Stanetta found her deal. You know, it was worth her putting the time and the work in. If you don't have the resources, yeah, you would like a mentor and all this, but she didn't let that stop her. So I'm no smarter than you are. She's no smarter than you are. The only difference may be she took action and didn't let so-called hurdles that may appear to be that stop her from achieving that goal. So you can do the actual same thing. Boom, you're still here. So to access this tool, text the letters PF to 205-964-5243. You will thank me later, and I will see you on the flip side.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.